Bracketology presented by Dave Campbell's Texas Football, breaking down the 2024 Texas High School Football Playoff brackets. I'm Greg Tepper. This is 6A Division II, and I think 6A Division II might be the most interesting 6A bracket that we have. Yes, the big boys in 6A Division I are going to have their fun, but I think the intrigue in 6A lies in the Division II bracket. Specifically, can you have a three-time defending three-time champ, or will they get upended by another potential upstart? Let's start in Region 1 up here, where I think that the favorite entering the playoffs has to be South Lake Carroll. The way that the Dragons have been playing, even with some of the injuries they've suffered, I think they look like the most complete team in this region. But it is not without their pitfalls, right? Denton Guyer is a team that when they've played to their paper, they have been able to beat literally anybody. That is a dangerous team. I think that first round matchup with McKinney will really tell us a lot about what's going on there. An upstart like Prosper Rock Hill, tough first round matchup with a team like Hebron. I also look at a team, this interesting matchup here between Wolford Friendship and El Paso Montwood. I think actually both Little Southwest Conference and El Paso first round matchups, Pebble Hills and Midland and Friendship and Montwood, could be really fun. But I think South Lake Carroll's probably your favorite to start in Region 1. Over to Region 2 we go. Region 2 is where you can find the two-time defending champs, right? Right there, the DeSoto Eagles. And they have taken some lumps earlier this year, and I have some questions about them, specifically on the defensive side. But there's no denying that they are one of the most explosive teams in Texas high school football. And the playmakers they've got are going to make them a threat to go for a three-peat. But I think that Region 2 as a whole is better than it has been in the past couple of years. I think they could be staring down a third-round matchup with Willis. Willis, a team that graduated Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year, DJ Lagway, and I think got better. That's not a knock on DJ Lagway. That's simply to say I think that is a more complete team, and they could give DeSoto a real scare, I think, in the regional semifinals. Of course, a team like Tomball, I think, would love to crash the party as well. They're always very dangerous this time of the year. The bottom half of the bracket, I think, is which of the teams can play their best football right now. There's a lot of high upside teams. Longview's a high upside team. Spring Westfield's a high upside team. Klein Collins and Cy Woods, both high upside teams. Which of those teams can play to their paper and come out of that bottom half of the region? Over to Region 3 we go. And in past years, Region 3 of 6A in the Division 2 bracket has kind of been like the leftovers. It's been, okay, which teams don't go to the Division 1 bracket? I don't think that's the case this year. I think there's good balance here, and I think there are a number of contenders, specifically a team that played for a state championship last year in Humble Summer Creek. Their two losses on the year are to North Shore and to Atascocita. That's pretty good. Blake Thomas, their quarterback, gives them a fighting chance in every single game. I love this Shadow Creek team. I think they're playing really good football right now. I think the playmakers they've got, especially on the defensive side, give them a real chance. Katy Jordan's a very interesting team as well. Again, a high upside team, a high variance team. When they play to their paper, they're very good. I also think this Fort Bend Hightower team is a team to be reckoned with. Their one loss on the year is to a good Fort Bend Ridgepoint team. So overall, I look at this and I think Summer Creek has to enter as your favorite, but there are plenty of landmines that they will have to navigate. Over to Region 4, where the conversation is much like we had in Division 1, which is, can San Antonio finally get over the Austin area hump? I think in Division 2, there's a better chance of it, specifically because of Cibolo Steele and the high impact players they've got on the offensive side. Guys like Jalen Cooper, guys like Chad Warner. They have got dudes that, plain and simple, San Antonio area teams have not had in the past. My question is, will it be enough to get past a team like Vandegrift, right? A team that I think is very quietly 9-1, lost their first game of the year, but has rattled off 9 straight, playing good football right now. Down here at the bottom half of the bracket, Dripping Springs, I think, lurks. Another team from that very difficult District 26 6A. That's a team to keep an eye on. And then I look at a team from the Rio Grande Valley. Remember, Brownsville Veterans Memorial played in the state semifinal last year. They move up to 6A. Can they hang in the same way? So overall, when you take a look at the bracket, I think that a lot of eyes are going to be focused here on Region 2, and for good reason, because we want to see what DeSoto looks like and can they come out of a rough and tumble Region 2. But I think you've got interesting squads, or interesting potential matchup here. Region 1, Region 3, of course, can Summer Creek kind of find their way through that gauntlet, and then Region 4, the San Antonio versus Austin dynamic. It's a fascinating bracket, and we will have you covered every step of the way at TexasFootball.com.